Welcome back to OctoClean Media. Today we've got some exciting news. We're doing a collaboration with Carolyn. If you've never met her, I'll let her introduce herself.
I'm Carolyn Arellano. I make videos about residential cleaning right here on YouTube, and I am so excited to collaborate with Greg and the OctoClean Media team. If you go ahead and check out my channel at Carolyn Arellano, you will see that I have hundreds of videos all about residential cleaning, from pricing, setting up systems, marketing, and a whole lot more.
We're going to talk about our two different worlds that most people think are two different worlds, residential cleaning and commercial cleaning. We're going to get into what products we would bring into a commercial space.
And I will walk you through what a typical residential cleaning setup looks like so that you can see the differences side by side.
Sounds great, Carolyn. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So let's get into what I bring into a commercial cleaning space. So as you can see, I have a lot of equipment behind me. Carolyn's probably a lot different. You can't be bringing all this equipment into someone's house, but let's talk about what we bring on a nightly basis, or sometimes we leave this product in a commercial building. As you notice, everything we have is on wheels. A lot of that is for just the sheer safety of not lugging heavy things around, having everything ready for you where you're at. We have space that residential cleaners probably just don't have. They're not bringing this into someone's house. We have a glass and surface cleaner, a general purpose cleaner. We have a acid bowl cleaner. So this is for toilet sinks, urinals, kitchen sinks, showers, if you'd have a shower in a building. And then we'll go into things like disinfectants. So outside of toilets, outside of urinals, countertops, sinks and restrooms, things like that. Drinking fountains, this is a great disinfectant. And then of course we get into PPE, so disposable gloves, stainless steel cleaner, because there's a lot of stainless steel, not just in restrooms, but in other spaces like fire extinguisher boxes, things like that. Then as we open up our cart, because again, this is our mobile workstation, we'll have toilet paper, paper towels. In commercial buildings, we'll have like a graffiti remover to remove graffiti, whether it be on walls or outside on concrete, wherever it's at. There's a lot of that. Multi-fold towels, small, medium, and large liners. Again, because unlike probably a lot of residential, we have to bring this stuff with us. And then you get into brooms, dustpans, safety things like wet floor signs, things like that you have to have in a commercial space. And last but not least is microfiber. You're going to see us use a lot of microfiber. There's a great reason for that. A little pro tip is microfiber is synthetic, so bacteria won't grow on it. So you'll see us in a commercial space using microfiber towels, microfiber mops. Not only do they last longer, but the bacteria factor, pathogens, things like that spreading is a huge thing for us. And we have different colors, as you notice. That's intentional. If you want to learn a bit more about that, check out our content. Now let's go to the equipment that we would use to clean like office space. This is how we would empty trash. So as you notice, it's on wheels. Again, we talked about safety, because safety for us, we don't want our employees carrying around lugging trash bags up and down, and the efficiency of going fast, where we're not going to make as much in the same amount of square footage as, let's say, a residential cleaner. We've got to move quickly. So this is what our person would have. That's emptying our trash, that's cleaning our office. Starts with a feather duster. Yep, this is that old feather duster you probably see people use, Mary Poppins, something like that, right? Again, we have microfiber towels. You'll see these a lot, blue and green. We'll get into our caddy bag. This holds everything else that we might need. Each building's a little bit different. You may need some equipment in one building that you don't need in another, but this is a pretty standard stainless steel cleaner. Of course, our PPE gloves, melamine pads to get that hard, let's say someone gets ink on a wall or something like that. Melamine works great for that. And a pro tip you're probably noticing, we're using the same chemicals, whether it be in a restroom or we're using it across the board to a general purpose or a glass cleaner. That's the efficiency, not only in the training of the staff, because we use a lot more probably staff than a residential company would use, but it also makes everything just standard across the board. And you're also noticing we're using the same type of microfibers, whether it be a restroom or a office space. This is what you would use in a commercial setting or commercial cleaning. And I know in residential cleaning, you probably won't have as much stuff that we have here, much product, chemical, things like that. So Carolyn, why don't we see what you're using in a residential scenario?
Residential is totally different. Instead of relying on a large cart, we usually carry product bags or totes just like this one. They need to be lightweight, easy to carry from room to room, and be stocked with all of your house cleaning essentials. Now, I did pick up this Husky bag at Home Depot, but you can find similar ones at any kind of Lowe's or even on Amazon. Now, I'm briefly going to go through all of the items that we would bring to a house cleaning, and this is just based on our own preference. The first product in the bag is going to be glass cleaner. We really love to use Sprayway, but just about any glass cleaner will do. We do carry some Febreze. Now, we will spray this in the rooms before we actually close the door. Some of our clients love this. Now, we also do carry Weinmann stainless steel cleaner, and this is to polish all of the stainless steel throughout the home. We also do have Easy Off. Now, this we only use on the inside of ovens when requested by our clients. Now, let's go ahead and check out this side of the tote. We have an extra glass cleaner with us. We have our awesome degreaser, which is used only in the kitchen around the stove top areas. And of course, we have our bathroom cleaner. This is used on the toilets, the sinks, and pretty much only in the bathroom area. Now, for the floors, we do have Mr. Floor Cleaner, or Mr. Clean rather. And sometimes we do like to use Fabuloso, but only the one with the antibacterial. Now, inside of this tote, it carries so much more. There are a ton of pockets. Of course, we carry our Swiffer duster with the disposable heads. We bring paper towel with us to every home, and we pretty much use the paper towel on glass and on toilets. We bring plenty of clean microfiber rags to wipe down the furniture and pretty much any surface other than the toilets and the glass. We do have some sponges. Now, these are dish sponges, and these are magic erasers. These are great to use on just about any surface. Now, of course, we do have a few more tools, which are scrub brushes. We do like to pack these to help us in the bathroom for those deep cleanings. And of course, we bring our trusty Ajax. We bring a bottle of Ajax to every clean because this is pretty much an all-purpose cleaner. You'll notice that inside of the tote, we have some smaller pockets. And in these pockets, we do have more products and items, you guys. So we have our disposable gloves that we use and bring to every single clean. We have our disposable shoe covers that we wear upon entering a client's home. We do bring some extra trash bags to carry our dirty rags and any garbage that we might accumulate. And we have some more tools. Here I have a plastic paint scraper that can help get up anything that might be stuck on surfaces. And of course, we have our upholstery cleaner.
Quick update. Starting January 1st, our Mighty Network is getting a brand new membership structure.
Monthly members get access to group discussions, group coaching, the 10-day prospecting challenge, and a prospecting guide.
And the full library, all courses, toolkits, templates, guides, plus monthly product launches is moving to the annual membership.
And here's the best part. From January 1st through January 31st, you can get 20% off the annual plan.
That's a 40% total savings. January is the time to join.
Now that we've talked about what I need to clean office space, now let's get into the restrooms in a commercial building. What products do I need to clean a commercial restroom? Let's talk about that right now. So for us, it all starts with a tote. You'll notice I have a clean side. What does that mean? Well, for us, the clean side is this side is everything that should never touch a toilet or a urinal. That simple. So it starts with a sponge where this is used for cleaning sinks, countertops, things like that, never inside of a toilet. Then stainless steel polish, general purpose, a glass and surface cleaner for mirrors, countertops, things like that. And on the other side, we're looking at an acid bowl cleaner. So this is phosphoric acid. If you want to know more about acids and alkalines, we have a lot of content on our channel. Go and check those out. It's very helpful. And then, of course, we're very big on disinfectants. You got to kill pathogens because that's what's causing odors. That's what's making people sick. Big deal. And then, of course, your fancy toilet brush. The little tips and tricks that we use by cutting bottles in half to make sure it stays in place. Of course, PPE, gloves, goggles if you don't. And then you're looking at our microfibers again. And this time we've added a yellow. Now, as you can imagine, we have a lot of content, but let's touch on this. A little pro tip. Yellow is anything that touches a toilet or a urinal. So you can use your imagination why it's yellow. That way I'm not cross-contaminating. I'm not wiping down a toilet, then coming in and I'm wiping down my sink. So last thing is trash bags, because we're emptying trash in our restrooms. So for you to get started in a commercial space restroom, this is what you're going to need just to get started. So Carolyn, why don't you show us what you use for a residential space?
In a home, bathroom setup is more flexible. You don't need a whole cart. You don't even need your whole supply bag. Just the right products for the surfaces that you will be cleaning in front of you. It's more about versatility and less about volume. Now, we do bring in the Swiffer duster for the high and low dusting, glass cleaner for the glass, bathroom cleaner for the bathroom surfaces, floor cleaner for the floor, paper towel for the glass and the toilet bowls, and of course, some magic erasers, microfiber towels, and some scrubbing tools. Some pro tips that I have for you when cleaning a residential home is to remove any items that may get in your way. That might look like all of the items on the surfaces, all of the items in the shower, any garbage bags, hampers, scales, and small carpets. We typically like to pull everything out and put it into the hallway so that we can clean all of the surfaces from top to bottom and then easily put them back exactly where they belong. If you're unsure or have a short memory like myself, be sure to go ahead and take a photo of how the products are placed. That way, your client will know exactly where to find their items, how they left them.
So let's talk about what we use in a commercial environment to either vacuum, sweep, or mop. So first of all is our backpack vacuum, where you'll notice this vacuum has a HEPA filtration. It's also got a battery. So we use protein battery backpack vacuums for efficiency. We want to move fast. We want a vacuum that we don't have to always trip over the cord, and it saves a lot of time. Then we'll get into the type of wand. Of course, this gives you the same kind of vacuuming motion that your regular cleaner would have. Let's say they're vacuuming their house with an upright. Same scenario here. Now we'll get into dust mopping. If you're in a large area, this is a dust mop that you probably want to use in a large area like where I'm at right now. Now you'll notice I also have a broom in my hand, because when you're dust mopping, you've got to sweep out your edges into the center so you don't push dirt into the edges. We have a lot of content if you want to learn more about proper dust mopping, proper sweeping on our YouTube channel. So go ahead and check that out also. And if you'll notice, this also is microfiber. So we talked a lot about why we use microfiber. A lot of why we're using it is it's very easy to launder and it doesn't breed infection. So you're going to see everything that we put on surfaces is pretty much microfiber. Of course, you have your dustpan. If you've ever been to an amusement park, you probably have seen these types of dustpan. So it's a simple, just a sweep. And then lastly is our mop bucket. So this is a commercial mop bucket that we use. And if you'll notice again, these are microfiber loop mops. So that all that dirt and bacteria that you're mopping up in a restroom or wherever it's at, it's not going to be living on this surface like it would, let's say, on a cotton mop. And then of course you're using a mop bucket that is holding a lot of chemical in it, so you can have that chemical reaction in the cleaning process. And of course you're seeing it's on wheels. So this is what we would use to handle our floor care or our floor maintenance in a commercial building. So Carolyn, why don't you show us what you would use in a residential space?
In homes, it's the same story. Vacuuming and mopping go hand in hand. A vacuum is used on nearly every visit, whether for carpets, rugs, or hard floors. Then a mop comes in for kitchens, bathrooms, and other areas where you want that fresh, clean finish. We personally love to use HEPA vacuums. They are easy and lightweight, and we do prefer to use the packback version. Now, when it comes to the mops, we love to use our O-Cedar Spin Mop, and we love to use either Mr. Clean or Fabuloso with the disinfectant in it. This will really help you not just get the floor clean, but it'll smell clean, and the clients love it. In homes, efficiency is about versatility. You're moving between tight corners, different floor types, and smaller areas. Your vacuum and your mop need to be easy to maneuver and adapt.
So let's talk about why we buy the equipment we buy, why we use the chemical that we use. It all starts with efficiency, saving time, saving money, keeping your training across the board from employee to employee, and then also safety. Our cleaners are using the same motions every single day, repetitive motion. There's a lot of heavy trash, a lot of the heavy items that they're picking up, and they don't want to be walking all over the building. So you'll notice that everything we have is on wheels. They're not carrying anything. They're not picking anything up. Your backpack vacuums are very light. You're using a battery, so you're not tugging on cords, getting things stuck. In a residential space, I'm sure it's a lot different.
At home, efficiency is still important. It's about minimizing trips to your supply bag and having everything that you need within arm's reach. Now, when we first enter a home, we want to clean at the very furthest point. That way we can clean our way out of the home and never have to walk over a clean floor. When we enter the home, we make sure to bring all of our supplies and equipment, meaning our vacuum, our mop, and any additional rags with us to each and every room. You do not want to have your items and your supplies in another area because this is going to significantly add on time to your clean. So again, make sure to have all of your supplies, all of your equipment within arm's reach with you in each and every area that you're cleaning to save time. And again, my pro tip is to clean your way out of the home. So if this is where you're going to enter from, this kitchen would be the very last area that you clean so that you can mop and sweep your way out of the home.
You've got the residential side, you've got the commercial side. And as you've noticed, there's some products that we can use both on a residential and a commercial side. There's some glass cleaners, there's some vacuums, there's things like that. But if you notice on a commercial side, you're looking at big equipment stuff that you probably wouldn't bring into a residential environment.
Exactly. Thank you so much for having me, Greg. I hope this helps people understand why our setups look so different. I also want to encourage our viewers to think about what's best for the environment that you'll be cleaning in. Also, be sure to check out my YouTube channel at Carolyn Arellano, where you can find hundreds of educational videos for the growing cleaning business owner. Thank you guys so much at OctoClean for collaborating on today's YouTube video.
Carolyn, I really want to thank you for joining us and showing us kind of the behind the scenes on what you bring into a residential location to clean. All right, guys, I want to thank you for joining us today. Go ahead and like, subscribe. We have a lot of content if you want to learn anything further from what we talked about today. And again, thank you, Carolyn. I'll see you next time and keep it clean.